Welcome back to Same But Different. My name is Derek, and this is the movie talk show that nobody asked for, but we're doing it anyway. And today, I'm going to be reviewing Oppenheimer. As you can see, I got out of the theater, shredded my clothes up a little bit, got a little too close to the bomb. Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's new movie. Let's go. And just to let you know, this is going to be spoiler-free, so don't worry about that. Also, I want to say before I get started that even though we're in Canada and we're not really affected by the strikes too much, I still want to put forth the idea that we do agree with the SAG-AFTRA and the WGA members. What the studios are doing is atrocious, and they should be paying you and should be treating all of you appropriately. Alright, so if you've seen my previous video, I saw Barbie on Friday and then Oppenheimer on Sunday. I wanted to start in going with happy thoughts and then end the weekend on a downslope. Don't ask me why I wanted to do that, it just felt right. I was lucky enough to see this movie in 70mm IMAX, and if you don't get a chance to see this in 70mm IMAX, I'm sorry for you. It sucks that you don't get to see it like that because it is truly a spectacle and a feast for the eyes. And I know Christopher Nolan was super passionate to film this in IMAX 70mm, and I know he's a passionate filmmaker who still believes in film. So he did that. It's just unfortunate that I think some of his energy has spent too much time on the IMAX 70mm and it's detracted from other things. That being said, Christopher Nolan proves once again he is a master at his craft. The film is obviously visually stunning, and then the performances are just as breathtaking as the visuals, honestly. The way Christopher Nolan takes us on a journey, on a tour through the psyche of a man who is extremely conflicted, it's just brilliantly executed in this film. Now, I can't feasibly name all the names of the actors that are in this movie. There are so many. Names and faces just kept popping up, and I was like, whoa. I will mention the more notable ones, starting with Florence Pugh. Great. We know Florence Pugh is great. An important character, but very little screen time. So when she was on screen, she killed it. Matt Damon, fantastic. He's Matt Damon. He doesn't phone anything in. He brings his A game every single time, and this is no different. We've seen Matt Damon be the nice guy and the cool guy and the Jason Bourne guy. I can't really remember any roles where he was a military hard ass, and he starts off as such in this film. It was really cool to see him like that. Josh Hartnett is in this movie. Where have you been? Hello. He was great. Again, like Florence Pugh, little screen time, but when he was on screen, great to see him again. Welcome back. But the holy trinity of actors in this film were Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr., and of course, the man of the hour, Cillian Murphy. For a majority of the film, Emily Blunt is actually in the background of a lot of the scenes, just kind of sitting there, listening, observing. It's not until they bring her to the forefront where she really comes in and eats up every scene she's in. There's this one scene where she has to answer questions from some government officials that are really grilling her, and man, honestly might be my favorite scene in the movie. Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. are two sides of the same coin, I would say. Both brilliantly executed their roles. It was like I was actually watching the historical figures on screen and not actors. It was incredible to watch them work. Robert Downey Jr.'s perspective was in black and white. Cillian Murphy's perspective was in color, and cutting back and forth between the two, watching them act, watching them perform at different ages, at different times in their lives. It was a treat. And you know what? I hate when marketing and advertising does this. So you know I'm being real when I'm actually going to say this. Performances of a lifetime from both of them, honestly. The actors that I've named here and all the other actors that fill the rest of this movie, if I could give an Oscar to every single one of them, I would. Not one performance was weak. Even Josh Peck with his one or two lines. I don't know why he's in the movie, but he nailed it. The score was haunting, was beautiful, was beautifully haunting. It perpetuated all the right emotions at all the right times and really enhanced every scene that you heard. And of course, let's talk about the bomb. Listen, I've been to some pretty loud, pretty head-banging, mosh-pity concerts in my life. But I can tell you right now, I have never felt something like this. I've never been so internally and physically affected by a sound than I was when that bomb went off. after 30 seconds of silence, you get the boom. I shit you not, I thought my veins were vibrating inside my skin. It was crazy. Now, I've been raving about the movie, and you might be thinking maybe there's some things he didn't like. Well, you'd be right. It's too long. The internet has been divided on this subject, honestly. I don't mind a 3-hour movie, as long as it doesn't feel like 3 or more hours. And for me, Oppenheimer felt like 3 hours. It felt like I was in the theater for a very long time. Even if 15 minutes was shaved off, I think I would have been okay. At some point, I think the movie ended 3 or 4 times, and I was like, come on, this is taking forever. And then the one other thing I have to complain about, and it's been known for Christopher Nolan movies as of late, the dialogue and the sound mixing. Come on. At this point, it has to be a choice, right? You can't keep making the same mistakes, so stop. Mr. Nolan, please. Stop it. All in all, I think the movie requires a second viewing. I think you can watch it once and really get sucked into the spectacle of it all and the 3-hour journey. But I think in order to get all the themes, all the nuances, all the plant and payoffs, I think you need to watch it a second time. So I'm going to watch it a second time, but I'm going to watch it in the comfort of my own home where I can hit pause and adjust the audio settings if I need to. I know I released a short the other day where I was saying 7.5, 8 out of 10, but I sat on it a lot and I can't stop thinking about the movie. And the more I wrote about it in my notes, the more I found I liked more about the movie than I didn't. So I'm going to raise the rating a little bit more. I still liked Barbie a little better as far as entertainment value goes, but I'm giving this movie an 8.5 out of 10, and that's my final rating. It's one of Christopher Nolan's best, not top 3 for me, but most certainly top 5. That's it for my review on Oppenheimer. If you liked what you saw, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because we love talking movies. We'll never stop talking movies. Stay tuned next week when we review a movie called C.R.A.Z.Y from 2005 and a movie called I've Heard the Mermaids Sing from I believe 1987. They're both Canadian movies. It's our final week of July, where we've reviewed and watched Canadian content. And then on Monday, you'll get to find out what next month's theme is going to be. This has been Same But Different. I'm Derek. Go to the theater, pay your writers, pay your actors. Love you lots. Bye. Mr. Nolan, please stop it.